Done.
Yay! Hello! Hello, my lovelies, how you doing?
Danny's live.
We're all live. We're all live by ourselves.
No, I've gone around.
We didn't give you much notice, really, did we? But we've been promising to do it, and you've been a bit busy, haven't you?
Yes.
And a bit tired.
And a bit tired.
And we've been busy in the evening. So we thought we would come on because lots of people have asked us if we would do some Q&As. Hello! I can see 3 lovelies watching, 6 lovelies watching. Hi, how are you doing? Let me see. Oh, top chat. Da, da, da. Yay! Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Carrie. Hello. Cosmic balls of excitement to you.
It's done. It's all too far away.
It's all too far away for you. Let me
It's
just
all
see
way
if I
out
can
of my
just go
focal
on
vision.
here and we can look at it on. You can look at it on here. Yeah, here we are. We'll have to turn the sound down though. There we go. Right. Hello. How are you? We're lovely. Are you lovely or lovely and feeling good? Yeah. How are you? We've got our camera miles away, so it's really hard to actually see the comments. So, yay, I'm going to look at them on here. That'll help. So if you've got any questions for us that you want answered, because you keep asking us if we will come online and we will answer some questions, and you always asking us lots of things. Hey, Mary Beth! Mwah, how you doing, darling? How is your day? Let us know where you're coming in from. Say hi, and if you want us to answer any questions, then we will. Won't we?
We will. We will.
We will.
We will. Let's have a look.
We will. So we're very far away, aren't we?
That's all right.
Yay, Sherry babes, how you doing? Look at you, 22 lovelies online. Lovely to see you. Have you all been having lovely days?
What does that one say?
Having a great day. Really enjoy your vlogs. Oh, thanks, Lawrence and Claudia. Is that Claudia or Lawrence or both of you? Yes, we are in fine fettle, as they say. How did we meet? How did we meet, Wink? When did we meet?
The first time.
Yeah, for the first time.
When we were little. We were like, Susan used to live next door to me, next door but one, when we were little kids.
Yeah. I moved in when I was 2 weeks old, and Wink was still not born, just a few weeks later. How much younger than?
A month.
A month later Wink was born. And when we were, I guess it was about 3, because I had been allowed for the first time to play in the front garden, and my dad said, do not go on the road. So I was stood right at the edge of our lawn with my toes right over the edge, pushing the boundaries, leaning over and kind of looking either way on the road. And I saw Wink walking up the road with his big brother, who was 7 years older than us, and still is, and Andy, his brother, who's 2 years older than us. And Wink was in the middle, kind of toddling up. And as they walked past, I said, hello. And they kind of looked at me like I was some bizarre person.
You probably were.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was a nice little girl. And they just walked past without saying anything. And then I waited and waited, and sure enough, they came back the other way, and I kind of leant out and said hello again. And they ignored me again, and then they went back to their driveway, which was like 2 driveways down. And they had a little conflab. And they started to walk towards me. So I said, hello, again, and they all kind of said, hello. And then I said, my name's Susan, what's your name? And what did you say?
Probably Wink.
Yeah, you said, my name's Wink. My name's Richard, but everybody calls me Wink. Would you like to come and play? And that was it, really. We were like inseparable best friends, weren't we?
Yeah, and then we lost contact for how many years?
38 years.
38 years.
Yeah.
But
my parents moved away.
Yeah, but then our sort of parents kept in touch with Christmas cards and things like that. And then one day, my mum said to me, "Oh, if we," she'd been out to dinner with Susan's dad and Anne, and she said, "Oh, if we were to arrange a dinner, and Susan was going to be there, would you come?" And I was like, "Well, I suppose so." And so I went to dinner round at Susan's parents' house, and me and Susan met again, and we just got on straight away.
Yeah, just like
and
all those years had never passed.
Yeah, and then yeah, we went up to our little place in Norfolk together.
Took
For
Finian.
Easter.
Finian was 7, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was for Easter, wasn't it, or something? Yeah, it was Easter.
Yeah, it was Easter. Yeah, it was
we
Easter.
went up to Norfolk for Easter, and we've been kind of together ever since.
Yeah, just like that. So that's how we met.
Yeah, and it's all back together. We've somewhere, we've got a video. We found a load of cine films. Susan's dad's old cine camera, and we had the films put on a DVD, which I'm not sure where it is. But we were watching it, going, oh, you know, it was all kind of, you know, just stuff from her dad and, you know, before we were born, his old movies and stuff. And then, right at the end, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Right at the very end, there was a little bit with Susan sitting in the garden, and you can see that she's trying to get me to come, because there's no sound. You can see her mouthing, wink, wink, wink.
Come on.
Come here, come here, come
Come
here.
and sit here.
And I wouldn't go in front of the camera because I didn't like that kind of thing. And then it kind of cuts to the driveway, and I'm pushing my bicycle up the road, aren't I?
Yes. And I'd learnt to ride my bicycle and Wink hadn't. And
Yeah.
he was pushing his, and he came up to see me, and I was riding mine round and round in circles on the front lawn. And you kind of came in, and then you realised the camera was on, and like it shot off camera. So we've got about, I don't know, 30 seconds,
Yeah.
40 seconds
Of
of
us
us.
from
We'll
the
dig
little
it
kids.
out actually and see if we can't put it up there.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Yeah, it's quite funny. 'Cause-
I've got my anorak on with my wellies.
yeah. And I was riding my bike with my wellies
So what are
as
these
well.
other questions then?
I'm a cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, true love prevails, definitely. Yay! Hi Kathleen, hi Debbie, hi Lawrence, hi Lynn, hi Anne, hi Hilda.
What is Wink's formal name?
Formal name.
That sounds very, very important, doesn't it? Formal name.
Formal name.
My real name is Richard. And then obviously
Doesn't
my
suit you,
surname
does
is the same as Susan's, Verhoeven.
Verhoeven.
And I have a middle name too, but I don't use that.
No.
So yeah, so you'll have to guess what that is.
You can guess what that is.
And I have my
That's-
stage name as well, obviously, which has got lots of different versions.
Yeah, some which we can't repeat on here because they're too rude.
And, yeah, so I have many. I have many names.
Wawa Superstar is one of his name, and Mr. Wink Dinkerson.
Yes.
And then there's a lot of derogatory ones
I was
by
Wink Pond Life Dinkerson for a
yeah,
while.
Pond Life. Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, various.
Oh, Snow, you'll have to watch the replay, sweetheart. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, it is an amazing. It's kind of like the ultimate love story, really.
What do you think about the plant-based diet?
Any interest in converting?
Well, I mean, my classic thing was I said that vegan dishes were like, you know, they're all right
Don't
as a
listen.
side dish to your steak. And no, there's no chance of me converting. I like my meat and stuff too much. I had a steak tonight. It was lovely.
Steak and some reheated chips from the fish and chip shop. It looked just disgusting and
Yeah, but it
smelled
tasted
revolting.
lovely. Yeah, well, you know, you ate sprouts.
Yes, I had sprouts
I'd
again
rather eat
tonight.
earwax.
I'd rather I could just live
I'd
on
rather have
sprouts. I don't
earwax for
think.
dinner than sprouts.
Earwax,
So look, what else have we got?
Right, Chrissy, send me a Facebook request. I'm the same name, SU space V, and I'll come up with blue hair. So send me a friend request, and then we can talk on Messenger. Richard, you look like a wink. He does look like a wink, doesn't he? Everybody calls him. In fact, loads of your friends don't.
Were
even
you
know
in a
you're-
punk band? Yeah, I was actually, when I was Pond Life.
Were you?
Yeah, in fact, I've got a picture somewhere.
Oh yes, actually there is a picture. Let me dig it out for you. Oh yes, he's got a fantastic picture of him when he was about, how old were you? About 18?
No, I was 20 something then.
20 something.
Where is it?
Oh, Lynn's Buzz CD has arrived. So that's good. This is all his band
Sacred. This
photos.
is my sacred album.
Sacred Adam. 4 years senior. Woof woof, cougar gal. Go go go, Carrie.
Can you see that?
In a cut up salad.
That's me.
Look, how cool is that? How cool is that?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Is that the one of you tuning your guitar?
Yeah.
Isn't there another one? There's another one.
There's lots of them.
Oh, there's loads and loads of photos. There's one of me hanging up on the wall when I was... I know, isn't it awesome? It's so cool. Yeah, well, he has actually got long hair now, but
There's not so much of it anymore.
There's not so much of it anymore, but there is a little... Walk this way. Walk this way!
Well, they've seen my hair down
There.
before.
Have they?
Yeah, must have done.
They say you look like Finian. That's quite incredible, really.
I can't find the other one.
Because Wink isn't
There's a really
Finian's
good one
dad.
of me and Paul somewhere.
That's quite a cool picture. If you're looking all cool there. Were you auditioning for Kiss?
That's my punk band that I was in. See if you can spot me. I'm at the back with the shades on. There, that's me.
That's Wink. There.
And the guy in the
Aerosmith.
the blonde wig is in the Buzz as well, Sparky.
Yeah, he's the bass player. In fact, why don't you get a CD out and then we can show them your picture of you looking cool on that as well.
I don't know where the other ones are. There are other pictures.
Well done, Deborah, with the whole grain bread. Very well done. Aerosmith. Long hair. And I'm just looking to see if there are any more questions I've missed. If you put your questions in capitals, Wink, you're killing me. I see you, Wink. Well done, well done. Any guesses for Wink's middle name? Any guesses?
I can't see any. I can't. There are more
Anne's
pictures,
dad
but I
was
don't
in a
know where they
band.
are.
Quite a lot of you have music in your family that I've had lots of messages. I like you better with a beard and a moustache. What
Yeah.
do you guys do for fun? What do we do for fun?
I don't know. I play with toys.
He just plays with model aeroplanes, he makes things, he builds things. I'm just on social media making videos constantly. But we enjoy the pigs together, actually, don't we?
Yeah, I can't find any other pictures.
You can't find any other
But there
pictures.
are other ones.
Take that picture off the wall, because that's me kind of probably twice your age, but being equally rock and roll. Let's have a little look. I had vegan filled pasta parcels with grated vegan cheese. Yeah. Oh, that sounds lovely.
There was a bit of reflection on it. Yeah, that's Susan.
That's me. When I was
About the same age as I was in that picture of
I
me
was-
sitting there with me, looking like a...
27 in that photo.
I was only 23
You
or
were-
24 in that picture.
Wink, do you call it a man cave or a toy shed?
It's the workshop.
Workshop.
My workshop.
He has total workshop shed envy with Jack, because Jack's got a shed big enough to store a field of hay in. It's massive. Do I have any creative outlets? I suppose I really enjoy writing. So I like to kind of, I'm very fussy with the words I use. I used to do all sorts of things. I suppose I like gardening. I used to paint, but I just don't have time for that at the moment. But it's something I want to get back to.
There's a picture of me looking like a girl. That's me, believe it or not.
Oh, Debs is on. Debs is on. Is on Messenger. What was that other one? There's another photo that I was thinking of. I can't think.
I don't know.
No, I was going to do another one. Oh, I made a ring. Shall I go and get the ring I made?
You can do.
Let me get
What
you-
else have you got here then?
Right, you've got your reading glasses on.
Beautiful hair, Wing. Yes, and when I had hair, it's all gone now. It's all a bit thin, a bit tied back. But that was like 40 years, well, 30 something years ago. I'd still have it like that if I still had it. My middle name isn't Albert, by the way, but you got the first letter right.
Ooh, that's a ring I made. So I'm quite creative. In fact, all of my dad's very creative. My granddad was an artist. In fact, I think those of you on Facebook might have seen he restored some frescoes in St Paul's Cathedral, and he was the Queen's art restorer. And all his children are incredibly creative and artistic, and most of us cousins are as well. So, it's lovely, isn't it? It's my favourite ring. I wear it on that hand.
Someone has asked us what our life was like before YouTube.
Um,
Well, kind of pretty much the same, really, with my life. I just kind of went down the shed and made things, and I like to go out and play with my motorbike and my toys and stuff like that. Yeah, I like my motorbikes.
yeah, he's got a super motorbike. Have we got a picture of your motorbike on your phone?
There's one on my phone.
Look at, in fact, and you might be able to find a picture of us when we were. There's a picture of us when we were
Little.
about 6, I think, together. Yes, I want to see your ring. Yeah, I do really. I do kind of. My kind of one of my jobs is I'm an energy assessor for the construction industry. So when someone builds a house, it needs to pass building regs, and I do a load of calculations. I've been
That's
doing
my
that 14
motorbike.
years. That's Wink's motorbike. Steampunk. Gosh, I suppose it is a bit steampunk, isn't it? I love it. It was a 40th birthday present from my brother. A weekend at a London college, a make a ring. And every single person in the class just made a silver band. And I came up with I wanted this, and I wanted like a fruit bowl, and I want curls and balls and this and that. And it was a full on, but it was really like, does Finian like the motorbike?
That's me and Susan when we were little. I think we might have shown that picture before, but that's us when we were little.
Yeah, that was us. We were on a dog walk, weren't we?
I think that's in my back garden, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Let's have a look. No, look, it's a giant field.
Or maybe.
A giant field. The garden wasn't that big.
It felt big.
No, I hate the motorbikes. I'm just a very bad passenger. I like to sit bolt upright, and all I imagine is whenever they lean over is that if my elbow touched the ground, it would just be like carved down, and my bone would be left on the tarmac. Nice. And my knees. I know. It's not for me at all. Oh, thanks.
Someone says no Harley.
No,
I'm not a Harley fan. They're a bit agricultural for me. I like my super bikes. I like watching the MotoGP and stuff like that, and sort of Valentino Rossi and things. So, I mean, Harley's all right, but I wouldn't want to ride one particularly. But yeah, I like the old ones because they look a bit like my motorised bicycle. Or my motorised bicycle looks a bit like them, actually, to be honest. So I like the old ones. I think the really, really old ones are cool, and I think the really old Indians and stuff are cool. And there's a
oh, the Indians are beautiful bike.
People called Royal Enfield. They used to an old British make, but they're made in India now, and you can still buy them new. And some of them look really cool. I was almost tempted to buy one of them, like an Army Dispatch one they did, and I thought that would be quite cool. But then I ended up coming home with a Fireblade. Even though I already had one in the garage already, because this is my second Fireblade. But I had to sell the other one last year because I just thought it was a bit extravagant having two. And,
yes.
I don't get to ride one of them enough, but yeah.
No, not really.
But I used to do a lot of track days with my friends in my hooligan days on a motorbike when we used to go out racing and stuff. But I don't do that. I'm a lot calmer now.
Oh, I've got a picture here.
Let's have a look. What's this saying? Wink. You have to see the Anthony Hopkins movie about the Indian bike. I've seen that one. Is that the fastest Indian in the world? Yeah, I've seen that. That's really good.
Indian.
Yeah, I've seen
brilliant.
that.
I've seen it twice.
That's a good film.
In fact, I recommended that to you, didn't I?
What's this one say? I'm going to get really close so I can see it.
Hope you guys.
Love you guys.
Better to hear.
I couldn't. It went too quickly.
It went too quickly. That's us on our first wedding anniversary. So that's 6 years ago.
7 years ago.
Well, our first wedding anniversary would have been 6 years ago.
Oh,
we were married 7 years. Wink's having a maths problem. Right, hang on, let me just see on here.
Feels like 7.
Oh no, do you know, when we sent our wedding invite out, we had that little picture of us as kids on the front, and on the back we recreated it in the garden, and we had so many people rang us up and went, I just cried my eyes out when I opened your invitation. In fact, our wedding was just like so many tears, wasn't it, from everyone that was so pleased that because we've never been married before, so we were 45 when we met, weren't we?
Again, yeah.
Again.
Right.
Hi, I love you guys, but it would be better to hear from you once a day or every other day. I just feel it's too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're all cute. Thank you.
What advice would you
On
give
the
to an
70th
up-and-coming singer-songwriter? Well, just keep at it, really. I mean, I don't write songs and I don't sing. I only sing one song in the band.
Yeah.
And it's a rude one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, if you can write songs, then just keep at it and just, you know. And the best thing I found for getting better at playing was to play with other people. You know, just find other people that you get on with and just play with them and just, you know, go out and do a gig. That really makes it, because you know you got to do it. Then puts you on the spot, and yeah, and it's good to kind of get that vibe when you play in front of other people and they actually like it, which is really nice. So yeah, if you want to be a singer-songwriter, then yeah, well, you know, write some songs, but get some other people around you and get out and get a bit of live experience. I think that is a good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Deborah is going to be married for 30 years on the 17th. We're going to be ancient, aren't we? Did I miss your anniversary date?
Our anniversary is in August, so
what date is it?
Well, we were actually, when we made the first couple of
60 days.
videos, when we made the first couple of videos and put them up when the very first cyst thing began, that was about 2 weeks before our anniversary. Our anniversary is the 26th of August.
Ta-da! Yes,
yeah, 26th of August is our anniversary.
Which is bank holiday weekend.
What about the pigs?
Open mic. Yeah, local pubs might have open mic nights. In fact, that's...
What is it about that makes you keep them for pets? What is it about?
What is it about pigs that makes you
Because
keep
they're
them?
lovely and they're like dogs, really, and they're cleverer than dogs, and they're just, you know, their little personalities, and just, you know, we went to the pig farm, and not a farm where they make pigs for food. There was like a mini pig sort of petting farm.
She's the UK's top
and we
mini
just
pig
liked
breeder.
them so much that we, on the way home after we'd met them, we just went, you know, if we had the space, we'd just be getting a pig now, wouldn't we? And
well, actually,
and then we decided that we would just get one anyway.
But we because our house is rented, and so we were just like, well, if Noreen says we can have one, and if we had to move at any stage, if we could, they could go back to the pig farm until we could find a place where we could have them, we'll have them. And we went next door to see Noreen, and I said, oh, we were just wondering if it would be all right to have a pet pig in the garden. And she went, oh, lovely. Will it be here by Friday? Because my great nephew's coming over. So that was no problem.
There's lots of people saying their anniversaries are near ours. Look, would you like to see a picture of Noreen?
Oh yeah.
This is our lovely neighbour Noreen, who died. This is the lovely Noreen, and this is the lovely Noreen when she was young. Wasn't she pretty? And you can kind of still see it's her. She was a lovely lady.
Yeah, she was. She was absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's funny, we kind of feel that she's still there because we're next door to her.
Well, every time I drive past the cemetery, I always go, hello, Noreen.
Yes, so do I. You just talk to her.
Yeah, I always say hello every time I go by. Let's have a look.
Snow, I've put the link for the Buzz album in one of the comments.
Ray wants to know where the Buzz album's available. You just go on Amazon. Susan has put a link up there.
I've just put it up there now.
She's just put another link, put the link up again, and you just go and order it, and then it will get sent out. It's from Amazon UK.
Right, I've just put one in the actual comments as well. Oh no, that was the chat. Right, no, I'll put it in the description of this when I've finished. You screenshot it. Excellent. Good luck typing that gobbledygook in. I'll send you a link, sweetheart. Yeah, she's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we do miss her. She just laughed. She was so easy to laugh, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a funny lady.
Mary
with all her funny sayings that she used to come out with.
Yeah.
About don't get knocked up, dear.
Don't knock yourself up. Don't knock yourself up. Yeah. I really watched your cyst being drained. I hurt for you watching him saw your back and wipe. So I know the wiping was excruciating. I was being very brave. Mary Beth had the same wedding anniversary as us with her first husband. 33 years, Geneva. My goodness me. Absolutely. That's fantastic. Congratulations. How old will we be then? 33... 30, 55, 65, 75, 85.
We'll be about 80.
Yeah, we'll be in our 80s when that happens.
Probably still sitting here. I'll have even less hair then.
We live in the wonderful county of Buckinghamshire. which is one of the London home counties. So we have London, and then there are counties all the way around it. They're called the home counties. So we live in Buckinghamshire, which is, oh no, is it the Garden of England, Buckinghamshire, or is that Kent? No, Kent's the Garden of Britain.
We're about halfway between Oxford and London.
Jennifer Wink is a meat eater, a sugar consumer, a beer drinker, a McDonald lover, a junk food lover, and artificial flavours, and he literally, the more rubbish it is, the more he likes it. It's just like, I've not been able to beat it out of him in all these years. He does eat a lot more vegetables though. If I'd cook, you eat vegetables.
See, regular man. See, proper
regular
man. That's it.
23 miles outside London we live, and it's about 35 minutes on the train into the centre of London.
What are Finn's hobbies?
Well, Finian...
His hobby is basically maths, oddly enough.
School
he loves
work,
doing maths and just stuff on his computer.
stuff.
And yeah, and he watches a lot of YouTube, but he doesn't watch us.
No. He
watches a lot of he likes a lot of those anime, like Japanese type cartoon things.
Ghibli. He likes
Ghibli
those.
movies and stuff like that. He likes.
He watches a load of TED Talks. Basically, he does.
He likes a lot of science things as well. He went to see Brian. What's his name?
Brian Cox.
I don't know if you've heard of him.
He's an amazing astronomer. He's an astrophysicist, isn't he?
So he likes to go and see him, and his hero is that mathematician bloke, isn't it?
Matt Parker, he's called.
Matt Parker, I think. That's his hero, and he met him and got him to sign his calculator.
So he had to get another calculator because it had been written on, it couldn't be used in exams.
And I think he signed it in binary and Finian was...
Yes, look at that. And he was like weak at the knees, like I would have been, like I was when I met Donny Osmond. Goodness me, I just that was incredible. So he was like that with a mathematician. Yes, we live in the most expensive village in the UK. This just happens to be where we're from. And the most desired town in the UK, and it's because it's close to the M25. It's close to Heathrow. We have an excellent education system here, which is different.
Its own railway station. So basically, you can be at Heathrow in about 20 minutes. You can be in London in about 35 minutes.
The schools are excellent.
And then you're right in the countryside as well. And it's just, and everyone wants to live here. We've got lots of famous. Noel Gallagher lives around here. Ozzy Osbourne has a house here. Frederick Forsyth, who wrote Dave Jackal, he lives just around the corner from us.
He used to live in the village.
And there's lots of famous people live around here.
Brad Pitt and
the Bee Gees.
Angelina Jolie lived here.
The Bee Gees.
Finian, my brother went to school with one of the Bee Gees' sons. So the Bee Gees lived here. Loads of TV presenters live here. Loads of kind of...
Yeah, when Brad Pitt and Angelina, they lived around here for a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, I saw not Brad Pitt, sadly.
No, you saw Angelina.
I saw Angelina wandering around. Yeah.
So yes, we're basically the poorest people. In this.
Everyone used to be able to afford to live here, but because all the people like the area, it's pushed
Bark at the Moon.
Up.
Oh yeah. We like a bit of Aussie.
Yeah, we all own cars actually. Everyone has probably most families have 2 cars. Most husband and wife have.
Yeah, we have 2 cars.
Each.
We have one each because I have a big car for getting to work and putting my models in when I go flying and my decorating stuff.
And all of our gear when we go
Susan
to Norfolk.
has a little nippy sporty car.
I have an RX-8,
Red one.
It's fantastic, and I feel $1 million every time I get in it. And I love driving as well. Cosplay. Does he get into cosplay? What's that? Public transport. We have the trains that go into London. There's a really rubbish bus route round here, and we don't have any trams here. Bee Gees, get the party started. Yeah. How did it feel to have your?
Yeah, like AC/DC were one of my favourite bands when I was younger, and I didn't get to see them with Bon Scott. All my friends were going, and for some reason I couldn't go, and I was like, never mind, I'll catch him on the next tour. And then he died, and then so I've only ever seen them with Brian Johnson. But yeah, I like a bit about. I think Angus is a great guitar player. I love his sound. I love that Gibson Marshall sound that he has. Just really, really nice. Very dirty. I think he's a great guitarist. So yes, do like a bit of AC/DC.
Do like a bit of AC. We need a picture of my car. Let me see if I can find a picture of my car. Right, 2 buses a day where I live. Yeah, it's not much, is it? I think the bus routes are a bit rubbish in kind of.
I'll find a picture of your car. I've got a picture of your car on my phone.
Oh, he's got a picture of the car on my phone. I was going to look one up. I was just going to Google it. In fact, if you type in.
Well, I'll just find a picture.
Top Gear RX-8, that's the exact car I've got that Jeremy Clarkson drives, and it looks super fun on that.
This must be ready. Keep chatting, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any. I'm just seeing if there's any questions. Make it all big. That was the day I bought it.
That was it, the day she bought it in the showroom.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
Woo woo! I love every minute of it. And I had an impromptu concert by Def Leppard.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What kind
Show
of
me the
car?
picture again. She missed the car. I've got an RX-8, a Mazda RX-8, which is it's a Wankel engine. And it was designed by a guy that liked track days, and it's 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds. It's absolutely lovely. Black and red leather in the middle. It's really, really lovely. And Wink has...
And the rear doors open the wrong way. They're like suicide doors.
Yeah,
so it's really
the
cool.
doors go like that. It's just the business. I love, 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 love it. And yeah, vroom vroom.
I have a boring car. Well, I like it, but it's not really interesting.
He likes it because he can get his toys in it.
Yeah.
It's a Honda Accord.
It's a Honda Accord Estate.
Yeah.
But it's quick. I've got the 2.5 litre version. It does about 150 miles an hour, so it's quite cool.
Well, you'll know, your son then, Snow, will know all about the RX-8 and how fabulous it is. You can drive it like Sterling Moss, or you can drive it like Jane Austen, depending on what you're doing. Yeah, the doors are really, really amazing. I just love it. I've got my 3 favourite possessions, probably actually 4. One is my car, because I just love it to pieces. The second thing is my wood-burning stove, which I researched and installed myself, being an energy assessor. So I wanted to, we don't use the heating much, we just light fires. So I love that. My rucksack that I went backpacking with, and this ring. They're my 4 favourite possessions.
And me.
You're not a possession, darling.
Oh, okay.
You're my partner in life and my best friend and my soulmate and everything. You're not a possession, are you? You are your own man. Although, you know, I'm obviously in charge.
No.
I'm in charge.
No.
What did we say on our wedding vows? We made our wedding vows up, didn't we?
Someone said they met Julian Lennon. That was cool.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
Cool. Very cool. AC/DC, 2 buses. Love the car. Very nice car. And awesome doors. Sue, have you guys ever owned mini pigs?
What do I like best about Sue? Oh, she's just really nice, and we get on well. And she's like my best friend.
Darling best friend.
And we've known each other forever.
And we never argued or did anything hurtful to each other as kids. We never squabbled, did we? I can never ever remember.
No, you just led me astray all the time.
I did. I was the naughty one.
Yeah.
He's the cautious one. I'm the like, come on, let's do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We did a few things, didn't we? For sure. Yes, Chrissy, we actually do own 3 mini pigs. Our pigs are mini pigs. Those tiny little ones you see in teacups are 1-day-old meat pigs and will grow to the size of this sofa. So the tiny, 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 tiny micro pigs are just look up Esther the Wonder Pig. She was a teacup pig, and
Somebody says, do I drive Susan's car? Yes, I do. And Finian likes coming in Susan's car with me because it's more exciting when I drive it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think you took him at 118 miles an hour.
No, it was more than that.
I'm doing the scream face. Goodness me, he wouldn't like it now though.
He said after I took him for a drive in Susan's car, he went, I understand why people like driving now. So yes, he's like, I like it.
Yeah.
But I drive my car like, and Susan's always like, you drive like an old man when I drive my car, because it's like, well, there's no point in being in a hurry. It's just, you know.
He's like a doddery old man driving.
But when I got, I've got my motorbike for that. You see.
Yes.
I've got my motorbike if I want to go really quick.
And he
And my
always
motorbike
gets
goes
his
a
knee
lot-
down,
and my-
which is illegal.
And
It's
my
very
motorbike goes
naughty.
a lot quicker than Susan's car.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You should see Sue's
Yeah.
expression.
And yeah, the meat pigs, because somebody I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was showing somebody in. I bought got a new Apple Mac today because I've been borrowing Winks and kind of screwed it up a little bit. And she couldn't believe that the pigs had hair, but actually the meat pigs have hair. It's just because they're kept inside that they drop their coat. So
Someone says, have we travelled a lot? Well, we've been, between us, we've been to a few places. We went to Africa for our honeymoon for 3 weeks, and we did like safari and everything. That was amazing.
That was
in fact, if you go on my YouTube channel, it's about an hour and 40 minutes long, but our honeymoon video is on my YouTube channel under Winkleton. It says Africa, Wink and Sue's Big African Adventure. And you can kind of flick through it and basically, you can see what we saw and what we did and stuff.
Yeah. And Wink filmed it all, most of it. I think there was a
Filmed
couple of
quite a
bits
lot of it,
I filmed you driving the Jeep cross country. But yeah, it's a bit like David Attenborough, but with people you know in it. And we went to Borneo, didn't we?
Been to Borneo and climbed a mountain, and I
Mount
had altitude
Kinabalu.
sickness and wanted to die.
Yeah, no, just leave me here. No,
I told the
seriously,
guide,
leave.
I
I'm
told
just
my
gonna
guide
sleep.
just to leave me here.
Yeah, it's just
And we've been to
Borneo was really great.
Yeah, and we've been to like places in
Italy.
Europe, Italy and
We went
stuff
to
like
Italy
that.
this year.
We've both been to Thailand, but not together. I went to
Yeah.
Thailand for 3 months with a mate of mine when I was 29, and we had a party. That was good fun.
Finian, I made his name up. When I was living in Indonesia, I was writing a book, and my main character was called Finn. And I kind of really liked that name, but I didn't like Finnegan or Finlay. And I used to live in Antwerp, and John is Jan in Dutch. And there was an Indonesian named Yanto. So I liked that, but I thought, oh, if I call him Yanto, if it's a boy, if I call him Yanto, then people might think that was a funny name or something. So it had to have 7 letters, and it had to have ascenders and descenders. So it had to look nice on the page when you wrote it. And so I came up with Finn and Yan. So I spelt Finn with a Y.
Someone
So, yeah,
says, someone
totally
says,
made it up.
are we considered well off? No.
No.
No. Absolutely not. All these things we've done, we didn't pay for.
No,
Our honeymoon was paid for by Susan's parents. We
yeah,
went to
that was our
Africa.
wedding present.
When I went to Thailand for 3 months, the entire 3 months, including the flights and everything, cost me like £1,200.
Okay.
I lived in a shed.
Less than the price of the flight
when we got
Texas.
back.
That wasn't
when we
years
got
ago,
back,
though.
my mate Andy's dad said, "Oh, what was the place like you stayed in?" And Andy just said, "You wouldn't have kept your garden tools in it."
But that's backpacking, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we were backpacking. And when we went to Borneo, that was paid for by Susan's parents because it was her dad's 70th birthday treat, and as a surprise, we all kind of got flown
Yeah,
out
he
there
didn't
to
know we were
surprise him
coming.
and climb the mountain. So that was so no, we didn't pay for that.
So we all met actually. It was quite funny
Yeah.
because we all met in this hotel in Thailand and in Borneo. And my brother and sister live in Australia, and we live in the UK. And everywhere where Dad went, he kept saying, "Oh, they really look like Finian, don't they? Oh, that looks like Finian." And then we got Finian to run out and meet him. And as he was running towards Dad, he said, "No, that one really does look like Finian." And he ran up and went, "Papa, Papa!" And then we all leapt out from behind pillars and something, and he had no idea we were coming.
Someone says, "What's £1,200 in US money?" It's probably about $2,000, bit less.
No, it's less than that.
Yeah, I know, about $1,800, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was including flights and 3 months living there, food, travelling.
It's more
everything.
expensive to buy a beer than it is to buy a room for the night. Well, I mean, you went when you were 30, and I went when I was.
I think the place I stayed in worked out at about £1.20 a night.
36. I was 36. I had my 37th birthday in Indonesia, and I travelled for about 10 months. I actually lived in Indonesia and learnt Indonesian and kind of stopped being a tourist and started just kind of.
Someone says, have I been? I've been to Canada. I went to Toronto with a friend of mine. We went and stayed with his sister. And we went for 3 weeks. And I really liked Toronto. It was very nice. I went up to CN Tower and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So, yes, I thought the Canadians were nice. I liked it over there. Yeah.
I went to Canada when I was 7 with my parents. My mum worked for British Airways. So we had like free tickets. They used to give, I think, free tickets out to the staff then. So back in the 70s, I was the only child in my class, or anyone that I knew had even been on an aeroplane. And we went to Canada for a week and Mexico for a week on our 2-week holiday. And of all the places we went to, the Canada-Toronto trip was my favourite childhood holiday. I was absolutely just blown away. And I saw Sesame Street for the first time ever, which we didn't have in the UK then. And I was 7. And cookies, the word cookies, we didn't have cookies. I thought they were amazing. And the people we stayed with lived in a an apartment block, and they had this button that you pressed that lifted the garage door open and the car park underneath, and I had never seen anything like it. And we went to Niagara Falls as well.
And someone also says, was it our first trip to America? And I have one of my best friends lives in California. He lives in Los Angeles, just outside. And I've been to visit him, and Sparky, the bass player in our band, his sister lives in San Diego, and me and Sparky went and stayed with her. So I've been to America 3 times.
And I've been to New York 3 times. I've been to San Francisco once. I've been to Las Vegas 4 times. Texas once. I'm sure there was some. Hawaii. Went to Hawaii, and we kind of did San Francisco, Hawaii, and then New York.
Leanne's asked if either of us were married before.
No.
No.
Never married. In fact, I hardly ever even had a boyfriend, really.
No,
I'm single literally most of my life. And you as well, weren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah, Carrie lives
that's
right
the
by
Leanne who gave
Niagara.
me my cigar box guitar, which is over there at the moment.
Which I can't see.
Yes, but it's just
Off
just
camera.
over there.
It's just over there.
Yeah.
I do when DJ was a teen. Yeah, and I think alike. Right, they're chatting with each other. Who else?
Wine country.
Who else thinks Finian looks like Johnny Depp?
Who would I say was the best guitarist ever, dead or alive? I don't know really. I like lots of guitar players, and sort of it's hard to say because I like lots of people. It's I haven't really got a favourite guitarist. I like bits of lots of people's guitar and things that they've done. So I don't know who I would say was the best guitarist, dead or alive. I mean, there's the obvious ones like Jimi Hendrix and stuff. He was very pioneering and everything. Eric Clapton's a great guitar player. I actually think Slash is a very good guitar player, whatever you think about Guns N' Roses and all that sort of thing. I think as a musician, I think he's a great guitar player, Slash. He's got a lovely feel. And yeah, Angus Young, like I said earlier, I think he's got a great feel, a great sound. So yeah, lots of people really. He says, would we ever consider moving from London? If so, where?
Well, we actually thought about Brighton, didn't we?
Yeah, we like Brighton.
Yeah, that's where he got his bicycle from. We spent the day there, and Brighton has a really lovely vibe.
It's like a festival.
Yeah, it's like going to a festival. There's lots of tiny little streets and markets, and everyone walks hand in hand everywhere, and there's some really cool shops and some great crafts and fabulous coffee shops and loads of healthy stuff as well.
And obviously I like Norfolk. because that's where our little place is, and that's where I've been going all my life on my holidays, and it's like a second home to me. So I like Norfolk a lot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and you used to go there when we were kids. Every summer holiday, Easter holiday, Christmas holiday, half term, Wink's mum would pack 3 boys, 2 dogs, a cat, and everything that was needed for either a 1, 2, or 6-week holiday.
and my dad.
And your dad, yeah. But sometimes he
Used to come and meet us up there because he was quite often working and stuff. So, but yeah.
he might. And
But
all
we'd all
in this
pile into a
tiny
little
car.
Morris Minor.
Yeah, and I would just be forlorn for all the holidays because I didn't have anyone to play with. I used to miss you so much.
Have we seen Bohemian Rhapsody? Yes, we went to see Bohemian Rhapsody a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
It was brilliant.
it?
I really liked it.
Absolutely. I thought about that
I'm
film
a
for
big
over a
Queen
week.
fan. I think Brian May's a great guitar player as well. I think he's got a really unique sound. Plays with a sixpence, which is quite odd. I can't do that. Just feels like I'm going to break strings if I do that.
Hi, Karen. No worry. Thanks for joining us. There's loads of questions that have been asked, and we've answered everything. What do your What do your extended? Oh, message retracted. So I didn't quite see that one. One of my favourite movies ever.
Yeah.
Mine is The Greatest Showman, I have to say.
My favourite movie ever. We know what my favourite movie ever is, don't we?
Oh no. What are you going to say?
I'm not going to say that film.
Thank goodness.
My favourite film ever, which is probably, I don't know whether, but I am a big Aliens, the second Alien film. I think it's a fantastic movie. I love that film. I think it's just got great. And the special edition, which I have on DVD, where I know the entire script and everything, I just think it's such a cool film. And I love all the characters in it and everything else. I think it's a great story. So yes, Aliens, special edition, my favourite movie.
Oh, Gloria lived in North Harrow, Middlesex. That's not far from us. That's about...
It's where my mum was born.
There you go. It's about 25 minutes from us.
Yeah.
Um,
Wink loves Silence of the Lambs. It is a good film, Silence of the Lambs.
yeah, it is a good film.
It was on the other day, and as it came on, we were up in Norfolk, and I said, "Oh, it's Silence of the Lambs," and Finian was like, "I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this," and I'm like, "Oh, we'll just leave it on a little bit," and then I was shouted down at turn it off.
Turn it. No,
But I've recorded a couple of films for us to take up to Norfolk to watch, which I think he might like. Jaws I recorded the other day off the telly because I think Finian should see that. I think that's a great film.
Which one?
Jaws. Scared the pants off me when I was a kid.
I was 10 when that came out.
I was on holiday up in our place in Norfolk. I wouldn't go swimming afterwards. And then what else? American Werewolf in London I record as well, which I think is also a brilliant film.
Yeah, that's quite a good one. I think Finian would like that one.
Yeah, that's a great film.
Yeah. The radio show is on Monday, the 10th of... Yeah, so it's on Monday. So it's on the same day as the live.
See, Snow White said that her sister and her dad love Aliens. See, good taste.
Yeah, it was a great film.
Top film.
It is a great film, but I'm not obsessed by it. Top film. I think I like my favourite film used to be The Shawshank Redemption until I saw The Greatest Showman, which is definitely my favourite film.
Someone here says Leanne says she was 14 when Jaws came out. So I was still at primary school, so I would have been about 12 when I saw it.
We were 10. It was also the year McDonald's came. I
Oh,
had
I
my
don't
first
remember.
McDonald's after we all went and had a McDonald's, and we were all like loving the chips because they were all skinny. My sister and Dad love
that's
Aliens
that
movie.
one,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
that one,
no, you read that one. Okay. Yeah, Finian is been with me since the day he was born, full time.
I don't think Finian will be scared. Someone says Finian will be scared forever by Jaws. I don't think he don't swim anyway. He don't even, he only ever has a shower, and I don't think it's going to put him off that. It's the nearest he ever gets to water.
He doesn't associate it with being real because he knows it's a film. So in his head, he kind of.
I've got him to watch a lot of films now. He's watched all the Alien films with me, and he really liked them.
And Predator. He's watched all of those.
And the Predator films he liked as well, and lots of them. And when he was younger, he used to get very scared by films, and we would watch films together. But I'd have had to have seen them first so that I could warn him if there was anything going to come that was going to make him jump or anything.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be made jump.
But now he's pretty cool. He can watch just about anything with me. And he's 16 now, so he's all right. I mean,
16 going on, but he's the grown up in the house, very much so. I think. I haven't written and published any books yet. I've got a short book that I wrote. I've got about half a book written that I wrote when I lived in Indonesia, and I'm now part way through writing this book, which I've told you that I'm writing at the moment. So, but I think I've got quite a lot of books in me, and it's something that I've always wanted to do.
Someone says sharks are beautiful. I don't think sharks are scary now. I'm fascinated by them. I like watching shark films on the tellies. Discovery is just sharks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sharks and war. That's all we seem to have.
Sharks and
but
war.
yes, but no. But when you're 12, it's the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Well, it's the head popping out of the boat that just had everybody leaping out of their seat. Yep, Snow, we have similar taste in movies. I mean, Shawshank Redemption is just like an incredible film. I've seen it countless times.
May the fourth be with you. There you go. Someone said that's Star Wars.
Do you go when they came out?
Thoughts on George Bush? I wouldn't have many thoughts on him as far as being the president, but as far as the fact that he was in the war and he was a fighter pilot and he was shot down and recovered and everything else, and there's even footage of him being picked up from the sea.
Don't say that, Chrissy.
So yes, kind of respect for that he was a fighter pilot and everything, because I have respect for all people that flew planes and stuff in the war.
But we're not really going to do politics. Yeah. Let's not do politics. Or say toilet. I said toilet.
Wink, isn't it my bedtime? Yes, it is.
Oh no, he saw it.
Yes.
Now look what you've done.
2 minutes to 12, and I have to go. I'm starting a new job tomorrow where I have to get up earlier because I have to be at work half an hour earlier. And I made Susan promise when we started this. I was like, we can only do for half an hour because I have to be in bed. So yes, it is my bedtime.
Oh, that's lovely of you, Leanne.
So I don't know if Susan wants to carry on chatting.
I will carry on for a little bit. But I think what we should do is we should come on and do another one of these. Darn, I retracted it. I know, not quick enough. I was going to put my finger over it.
Someone has said they've swam. Now, when we were in Africa on our honeymoon, when we went to Zanzibar, we swam with whale sharks.
Yeah, whale sharks and dolphins.
Yeah, but the whale sharks were amazing. They were like a bus underwater. They were so big. And when you're in the water, in the kind of middle of nowhere, because what the boat does is they see where the sharks are swimming, and then they drive in front of the shark, and you jump overboard, and then you wait for them to swim by, and the boat drives away so that you're completely on your own. And when you're in the water and all you can see is that giant fin coming towards you, like the proper shark's fin, and I'm just going, they
only eat plankton.
They genuinely do only eat plankton, but you do have to kind of tell yourself, because you can see this giant thing coming at you.
Your whole body would just go, and its mouth is as big as a car bonnet or hood.
But yes, they were incredible. There's the whale shark stuff is on our Africa video, but you can't, because I could only film from the boat because I didn't have an underwater camera at the time.
That's a good question.
Yeah, what's that?
If there was one person in history you could meet, who would it be?
I don't know.
Ooh. That's interesting.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, I'd have to.
I'd like to just go back in time in general, because I'd like to be. I'd like to see. I've always been fascinated by kind of medieval times and knights in armour and that kind of thing. And when I was a kid, I used to wish that I could go back to those times. And I always found all that kind of stuff quite fascinating. But I don't know who would I like to have met. I really don't know at the moment. I can't think of anyone. I mean,
there's lots of people I would like to meet.
But no one massively particular. It's more like times that I'd like to have gone back in history and seen things in different times, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to have met some of the fighter pilots and stuff from the war and talked to them firsthand, because there aren't many left now.
Yeah.
But no, I can't think of anyone.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Off the top of my head, I mean, well, all those, they'd have all been, like Leonardo da Vinci, Einstein, all these people would have been fascinating to meet and talk to.
Oh gosh, you've got my brain going now. I'm just trying to think. Early and late inventors, yeah. My dad. Oh, bless. Bless.
Benjamin Franklin.
I thought you said Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
It isn't. Is that a typo? Oops, Bieber. He's not dead, is he?
Oh, I'm not going to say anything.
Don't say anything. Me too, Wink. I feel like I was born in the wrong decade. Same here for different reasons. Not yet.
Is that someone saying not yet about Justin Bieber?
I'd
Yeah.
really like to have lunch with, I'm going to forget his name now, Jim Carrey. I find him quite fascinating. I think he's got a really different view of the world, and I think he would be fascinatingly interesting. But he's not actually dead. I'll have to think about that one. I'll have to think
Someone
about
else
that
saying
one.
they love the Middle Ages and stuff. Yeah, I just like history things. I like stuff that's old.
Good. Yeah, Jim Carrey is. I find him absolutely fascinating. I think he's the guy that's got it. I think he's got it, and I think people don't understand him. Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Colin Firth. Oh yeah. Really, Sue? Oh my gosh, I find him so interesting too. Did you watch Jim Carrey? Yes, I did. The one with about him painting. The artwork he does is just astounding. I even made I make Wink watch things because he just really watches aeroplanes, engines, guitars recently, more engines, people talking about motorbikes, people riding motorbikes, people, you know, so he just watches all bloke stuff. And I watch all this cerebral stuff. So every now and then I go, just watch this. And he always goes, oh, how long is it? Well, it's only 6 minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Oh,
God, yeah. It'll be like, oh, just watch this dance routine of bloody...
Well, because that was amazing.
I know, well, some of them are right, but a lot of the times
Well,
I'm just like, oh God, here we go.
It was so amazing that I thought you would. It was just incredible. It just came up in my feed, and I thought, oh, I want to meet you too. Oh, we'd love to meet all of you, wouldn't we?
Uh-huh.
We say that a lot. We'd have to go to every corner of the world, which would be good.
Someone's saying the person doesn't have to be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Yeah, his spiritual awakening. Lister invented Listerine.
I'd like to have met Peter Sellers. I always really liked him. And I'd like to have met Eric Morecambe as well.
Oh, gosh, yes. That would have been fascinating, wouldn't it?
Funny people.
I'd like to have met Freddie Mercury, actually.
Yes.
He was the first person that was famous who died that really got to me. Peter Sellers, yeah. I love watching medical or true stories. Yeah, we like watching true stories. If a film says true story, oh yeah, stick that on. We're a sucker for that, aren't we? Yeah. During his role in Man on the Moon. Man on the Moon. Is that going back to Spiritual Awakening for Jim Carrey?
Right, it's 12:05 here. So I'm going to say good night to everybody, and it's been nice chatting with you all. I hope we've answered some things, and it was interesting.
Well, I'm going to say good night too.
I wasn't really sure what we'd talk about, and it was all a bit like, we'll just turn it on and see what happens, and it's nice. It's nice to know that people out there are interested.
Aww.
And you know, it's just nice to see people, and I hope we answered some things for you.
Yeah. And we'll do this again. We'll definitely do this again, because I know you have lots of questions, and I'm going to think about some person from history that I'd like to. Yay! Yeah. I know, isn't he great? Isn't he great?
How are the piggies? They're asleep.
The piggies are asleep, and they're lovely. It's been rainy all day, so they just loll around in their house sleeping.
So I'm going to say good night. Good night, everybody, and I expect Susan might chat on for a little bit longer, because.
When are we going to Canada? When are we going to Canada?
Oh, no, we're not going to Canada.
Well, we could come to Canada.
Oh, I thought you meant we had a trip booked. I don't know.
No, we haven't got anything booked yet.
I liked Canada. My brother's been to Canada several times. He really likes it there. He's a mad fisherman. He likes going on fishing trips and stuff there and things like that. Yes, my brother's a very keen fisherman.
Very keen, isn't he?
Yes.
Very into everything. Right, my lovelies. Thank you. Oh, hang on. There's a big question mark. I just realised you have the same hobby as my Uncle Archie. He's been building planes and helicopters for years. Also built helicopters and planes that have been used in movies.
Yeah.
And
I have a friend called Peter Aston who used to run it was called Model Effects, his company. And he made all the B-17s for Memphis Belle. He did all the Mustangs in Empire of the Sun.
Battle of
He
Britain?
he didn't do Battle of Britain, but the place I used to work at, the guy's father who I used to work with, he supplied all the engines for all the model aeroplanes in Battle of Britain, and was involved in it. And yeah,
And Peter made all the special effects for...
well, he was involved in Harry Potter. He did a lot of that.
Yeah.
And we had a thing called Captain Scarlet and Joe 90 and Thunderbirds in this country. I don't remember, but he made all the models for them as well.
Yeah. And you sold the servos that operated the sorting hat in Harry Potter.
I did, yes. We sold lots of the bits to when they were made, because the films, when they made all the Harry Potter films, just around the corner from where I used to work, and they used to come in and buy loads of stuff from us for making all the little things, all the little props move, all the servos and little motors and stuff.
Because it was
so
all
we used to
real.
supply all them. Yeah.
Everything was real. There was only one shot in all of those films that was CGI.
Yeah, it wasn't until the last film they started using CGI. All the rest of them were all kind of, all the props were real and actually worked. So yes, very fascinating. I'd actually like to have been involved in the film industry, making models and stuff. It's kind of my thing that I wish I'd done, to be honest. But never mind. Anyway, good night, everybody. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, we're going to go now. Lots of love. Thank you so much for coming on. I know we only gave you about 20 minutes notice, but it's absolutely lovely to see you. And we will do this again, I promise you, won't we? Because we've enjoyed it too. Okay, lots of love. Bye.